Hi guys, and welcome back to the Milk Round, the podcast brought to you by Castlemilk Youth Complex. We bring this podcast out to you every Thursday on our YouTube, which you're probably on just now. So if you can like the videos, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notification, and share the videos far and wide on your social medias. We'll always share ours, information and anything that's going on in the community on our social medias, and you can get us there at Facebook at Kelly Youth Complex Staff. Our Twitter is Youth Complex CYC. Our Instagram and TikTok are both youth_complex, or you can email us at cycyouthteam@gmail.com. We're on episode 36 this week, and as you can see, it's not just myself and Kirsty this week. We've got our guest on for the start again, just like we've done a couple of weeks ago with Mikey. We've got Deano on. So a lot of you'll know Deano for the complex and for the community and that. So Deano Thornton's on to just talk to us about his kind of path into university and his coaching and his time in football and stuff. So
and how fabulous that he is, and the massive role model that he is for us, but also all the young people.
Aye, definitely. So thanks very much for coming on, Dean. How you doing?
No worries, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Aye, all good, all
Good.
good. I really appreciate you coming on. It's good to get somebody better than Mikey on anyway. He was calling people a couple of weeks ago and you were one of the names that he called out. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I don't know. It's alright, but he can stay quiet for a couple of weeks.
What we'll be doing though is we'll just be calling out a wee Nicole Syme right now, since we've got the vice chair on. Dino's the new vice chair.
Yes,
so
I'll second that. That's second.
He's seconding it. He's still in board mode.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, Kirsty. That sounds good. Nicole Syme, you need to come on. We're going to be messaging her this week, actually. So get yourself on. That's three call-outs, I think, now for her. So just talking about last week's episode was episode 35. It was a big game. We had Kira Alcazzi on. So thanks very much to Kira. I really appreciate you coming on. Gave great advice to young people who are looking to get started in arts, either creating or performing, and just told them to knuckle down and buy a pair of dungarees.
Dungarees.
That's the main part of acting, I think. Just getting your dungarees on. No, but it was excellent. So go and check that one out. That's on our channel, along with all the other 34 episodes leading up to that, and other videos such as Kirsty's interview with Hick. We've got cooking videos up there, and we've got music group videos as well on our YouTube. So check them out, like and subscribe and share and do all that stuff that I tell you to do at the start of the episode every week. But moving on to this episode now, we've got our first part is Kirsty versus Lee. And we've got some news of what happened with last week's challenge. So Dean, we were at 3 each, right? And Kirsty challenged me to the After 8 challenge. I don't know if you've seen that on our social media.
I did see it.
You've seen it. No, I was not expecting Kirsty to be that guy. I think she was practicing, to be honest, before it.
Why would I practice? Like, come on.
It happened so quick.
I know.
I was pretty shocked as well. I was really shocked. But see, because we were in the hub in the school at the end, and I was just like, what? Like, there's cheering, there's like they're laughing, like he's 100% like winning right now. So I was pretty like.
I don't think they were laughing at me winning. I think they were laughing.
I don't think, because I don't even think your After 8 moved after your forehead.
No, I think it didn't there. I'm usually quite good at that, but I was like, right.
I know, you were dead good at the cookie one.
I didn't think you were going to be that good, so I was like, just take your time and you'll get it.
All right. Excuses.
No, I totally underestimated you, but you done me 4-3 to Kirsty and the Kirsty versus
4-3 to me. Who's Lee?
Right, you're going to have to sing a song every week now.
No.
So I've got to come up with the challenge this week, Deano, and what I thought was we're both going to be in school on Friday again, so I'm thinking a blindfolded drawing challenge.
Oh, that's
so we'll have to be blindfolded and draw a picture of Dean's choice. So Dean, you have to choose what we're drawing on Friday.
What are you drawing? I don't know. A horse.
A horse? That is a good one.
Oh, that is a really good one.
That is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to blindfold ourselves. We'll get, will we say a minute, Kirsty?
Oh, right, okay.
A minute to draw a horse. It'll be timed by the young people who are in the hub on Friday. and then we'll put the 2 drawings up on our social media, and we need you guys to comment your favourite. So don't like it, just comment Team Kirsty or Team Lee.
Oh wait, no, why don't we just make them A or B?
So
And like use the same colour of pen. And do you know what I mean? Like same paper.
Yep.
Yeah, so that would be cool.
That works out better. Aye, so let's go for that, right? It's a blindfolded drawing challenge. I'm challenging it. You know, you can go flying here, 2 points ahead, innit? Or I can equalise.
This is going to be funny.
Aye, I'm looking forward to it. Are you a good drawer, Kirsty?
No, I'm a hell.
No. I'm all right without a blindfold. I don't think I've ever drawn a horse before, though. So, a blindfolded horse could be even.
A blindfolded horse.
What if we do it whilst we're riding a horse as well? It's Cheltenham next week, so that could work.
Oh, can you imagine?
So that's your challenge on Friday.
Right, challenge accepted. This is good.
Aye, so that'll go up on Friday. You're watching this on Thursday, hopefully, if you've watched it, tuning in when it first went up. But look out for the drawings going up on Friday night on our social medias, and I'll mention them again at the end. So moving on to our next segment, and it is our nice news segment. And what we've done is we're going to ask Dean to take this segment over. He's going to speak about something that relates quite closely to himself, and he's definitely involved in promoting. So, Dean, what is our nice news this week?
This week it's going to be about cerebral palsy, because March is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. So, Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month is quite weird because there's quite a lot of awareness days throughout the month. So, the 25th of March is the awareness day of the month. So, it's quite confusing to understand. And they say they kind of, to promote it, they recommend wearing the colour green.
Right.
And it's a green ribbon, so like hope. But also on the 6th of October is World Cerebral Palsy Day.
Right, okay.
So it's slightly confusing. So people think, how's it awareness then Cerebral Palsy World Day? So that's how we promote it. There's 4 different types of cerebral palsy. I'm a quad, which means I'm affected in all 4 limbs. But you can get ones that's only affected in the arms, or just one arm, just one leg, and so on. So that's what it is. And most people with cerebral palsy will have maybe seizures, like eating, struggling with speech, stuff like that. So that's really a bit about cerebral palsy awareness month, and around the whole March. So you go and just type in Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, it pops up.
Aye.
And just pictures there.
So 25th this month, we should wear green into workplaces or schools or wherever you're going that day. If is open. Aye. Wear a bit of green. And me and Dean love wearing green as well. So
you stay enjoy it.
Aye.
If he's need to borrow it, and other taps and that he can wear.
Well, after the 21st, your green stuff might be in the bin, Kirsty. We'll soon see.
That's in my fault. Let's go ahead.
I know.
That is true.
Right, so that is our nice news this week. So thanks very much for doing that. Dino, that was brilliant. And that moves us on to our big segment that everybody loves. It is What's on My Telly and What's on My Belly. Now, Dino, as a guest, we're going to start with you, mate. So this segment, we just ask our guest, and me and Kirsty speak about something that we've been watching this week, something, a film, or something we've been seeing in the telly or YouTube or something, and then something we've cooked for ourselves or phoned in the takeaways. So what's in your telly this week, Dean?
What's my telly this week? I don't know. See, I've been on a high all weekend, to be quite honest. I don't know where to watch it.
What were you watching at the weekend?
I don't. But saying that, I watch Open Goal on YouTube, podcast. So that's how I spend a lot of my time watching Open Goal. Just to educate myself in what did I this week. Oh, got myself a Chinese.
Chinese, that's what's in your belly.
What did you get for the Chinese?
It was a beef curry.
Beef curry.
And what's your choice of Chinese?
Oh, it's got to be the same as whipping. Got to be.
Aye. Yeah. A lot of people do love it up here, but I'm an Ocean Walk fan. I think I've talked about that before.
I think the salt and pepper stuff at Ocean Walk's better on whipping.
Right.
Aye.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Oh, Kirsty's going to put her say in here.
I think I need to, like, I don't know if it's still opened, but it was Ronnie's.
Ronnie's, aye.
Oh, the curry sauce for there was just dynamite. Like, but you can't beat a beer ping and just,
honourable mention though, Kathy Cuisine at lunchtime.
Oh yes,
it's up there. It is up there.
That is a good shout as well, isn't it? Too much to choose for.
I know. Before we move on to you, Kirsty, I'm just going to mention this because I've probably got darker throughout this episode.
Did you have
I was pure excited. Brooke gave me this, man. Right, Deano, I use this wee globe light, right? It's just back there. I don't know, you can see the top here, right? Now it's pure, the bulb's pure yellow, right? I do brush my teeth, I swear. Right? But every episode, my teeth look like they're wearing high-vis jackets, right? It is horrid. So, Brooke gave me this, and I sat at a different angle, and I was like, oh, let's get that on. Look, right? Watch this. It's pure dyed, like... It was pure bright at the start when it cost
It was really, really bright at the start. And I was like, oh, have you got a new light? Like, what's happening?
You're not looking as red. No, that's what you said. I didn't say it as
like bright reds like this. And I'm like, you like just came to a run. Like, you're back to being pure red again.
Without this lovely light. Like, am I red with it? No, I'm not red with the light on. So I'm not even red. It's lying. It's lying to you. This isn't what I look like. I'm also 3 stone lighter than her. Right, sorry, I just had to mention that because people are probably watching this and going like, is Lee's battery dying or something? Or is he getting dark at night? So anyway, moving back on to what's on my telly, what's in my belly, what's on your telly this week, Kirsty?
So I've been watching a new wee programme called Safe House. So it's on Netflix, and it's kind of like a 6-part, like a 6-part, 4 or 6 parts, can't mind. But basically, obviously, it's a safe house, right? And this family have to go there because somebody tries to kidnap the youngest son, and they think it's because the guy, the lead guy in it, who's the son's dad, works in a prison. So they think it's all linked to that. And you find out about the story. So the first episode, it's a wee bit long, right? Because it doesn't quite get to the point, but it's just putting all the foundations down for the rest. Because there's hundreds of stuff happens. So you kind of need to be like in it, get past that first episode, get the information, and then it just goes smooth sailing for there. It's really, really good.
Aye, and really, what's that available on?
So that's on Netflix.
And
it's a 15.
Right. Aye.
But it's definitely appropriate for younger. There is a wee bit of gore, like a wee bit of blood and stuff like that, but nothing crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Is there any big actors or anything in it, or is it just like it's people you've seen before and?
There probably is, and I just don't know their names.
Right. A wee bit face blind.
Aye.
Fair does. That sounds good. Safe House. Safe House or Safe Houses?
Safe House.
Safe House, right, okay. Aye, definitely check that one out. What about what's in your belly this week, Kirsty?
So what's in my belly this week is, now I feel as if I found the ultimate snack. Now, if anybody knows me, I'm a fan of my snacks.
Snacks, right.
And this is like a cheap, a Kunso version.
Right.
And it is good. Now, these like Oreos.
Aye.
They're good, aren't they? Like, they're really nice. But like for a tube of them, sometimes like £1 or whatever like that. Can be paying £1 every time I want some Oreos.
No.
Like no internet. Like,
no, not at all.
No. So Asda has these ones that are called cookies and cream.
Right.
Guess how much they are? No, Lee, don't guess, because you always annoy me when you do that, because you always go ridiculous. You go like a penny. Like, do you know how much do you think they are? If Oreos are £1.
39 pence or something.
That's what I was going to guess.
You're so disappointed.
I was going to guess 39 pence.
Who guesses to the penny?
Well, as they usually do, like 49 or 39 or something.
You said losers?
How much are they?
£39.
Yes, Deano.
You pick up a can of ginger.
I know, well, anyway, you can pick up a can of ginger, or you can pick up a packet of, like a full tube, like a packet, and they're called cookies and creams, and they are amazing. They are better than Oreos. I said it here. You heard it here first.
Ooh.
They are better than Oreos.
Ooh.
Now, your Oreos can sometimes get a wee bit, like, I don't know,
like powdery.
These don't. These are good. These are good.
Right.
They're crunchy, but the softness inside, they're good. So, 39 pence as the cookies and cream. They're Kunso Oreos.
And you can get 2 packets of them for the price of 1.
Aye. Well, I was looking because I was like, how much are Oreos? Because I've not bought them in ages because I always buy the cookies and cream.
Aye.
So I was looking, and I was like, oh. So Asda has got the Oreos reduced, the new. So they're normally 99 pence, but they're reduced to 50 pence.
Right.
So even when they're discounted, the cookies and cream one, like the Asda version, is cheaper.
Aye.
Even then the discount, so...
But you wouldn't pick up the Oreos, you would go and pick up the cookies and cream?
100%.
Aye.
100%. And I don't know if you remember, but remember the first lockdown, I was trying to get a wee bit of bacon in and stuff like that. And I made these, remember my fabulous description of my ballhang that I made.
Aye.
So it was like crushed up Oreos. It wasn't Oreos. I used the cookies and creams.
And nobody could tell?
No. Nobody knew.
There has to be some magic in that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It was actually terrible. That joke strikes again.
Cookies and cream, there you have it, folks. Buy them instead of Oreos.
100%.
Cheaper.
So what's in your belly and on your telly?
So on my telly this week, we've started watching a sci-fi series on Netflix. It came from a movie that came out in 2013 or something, I think. And we didn't watch the movie, we just seen this like coming up on, suggested on Netflix. It's called Snowpiercer. So the movie came out in 2013, and this came out a couple of years later, but it's a series, and it's basically it's set in the future when the world, so because of climate change, it's got too hot. So scientists, because of climate change and war and all that, it's got too hot, the world. So scientists tried to cool it down and went too far, and it is absolutely freezing outside. So this billionaire decided to make a railroad train that goes all around the world, and it's got 1,001 carts on it. That sounds so boring, right? But it is good.
Aye. Where are we getting to the good bit?
I know, but I need to just put that part of context in. So 1,001 cars on this train. At the start of it, people of first class have bought tickets, second class, third class, right? They've all got tickets. Then people are charging at the train, and the police and all that are shooting them away, killing them and stuff. So people are dying to get on this train so they survive, because everybody else that doesn't get on the train is dead in the world. Right.
All right, so that's the only way to get away.
The only way to survive is to be on this train. Aye.
Right.
So then it goes to like 6 years later after they've been on the train and all that, and they've got like sections of the train. So like I said, first class, and like down to third class, and then the tailies. So it's kind of like a class war, so it is. And the tailies are trying to rebel against the rest of the train. And then one guy gets taken out of the tailies because he used to be a detective before Snowpiercer, and there's been a murder up the train. So him as a lower class person's walking around trying to be a detective to this murder up the train. And if you like Hunger Games and stuff like that,
that's what I was kind of thinking.
It
kind of sounded a wee bit like that. Hunger Games meets Titanic.
Aye, it's kind of like that. Aye, almost.
Maybe say when you tell people about this in future, maybe like lead with the train part.
Well, people might just like the world freezing, right?
Like, felt as if the world was freezing every time you go to the point. Like,
well, it's good, right? It's good. People have watched 2 episodes.
Was the first 2 episodes at freezing? Like,
is it hit up any yet?
Well, in last night's episode, the cars that stole the cows who produce the milk, the beef, the methane and all that, or whatever it is, just the window got busted open. So all our beef's gone, all our cows are gone. So what are they going to do now? How are they going to get beef? How are they going to get
be vegan?
Ethane? How are they methane or whatever it is? How are they going to get milk? Oh, it's all turning into a disaster now, innit?
What a movie.
Too bad it's a series, Kirsty.
Alright, okay.
Don't try and milk that joke out anymore. Me and her have got beef. Aye, so that's what I'm watching. I know it doesn't sound great. See if you watch a trailer, that'll explain it even better. One day aye. I don't know how else to explain that. How else to explain it? But there's a rebellion. It's pure glory.
1001 train carts to the train, and they've got windies and corners and every bit of detail you were getting into.
I said they had 1001 carts on the train, and there was different classes. That's what I said. Shut it. Right. What's in my belly? Go watch Snowpiercer. Go and
What's in your belly?
What's in my belly?
Anyway, if you're not on that train.
So I was also a wee bit occupied at the weekend, so I had to order something in. I was like, and I ordered a Domino's in. So I had a Domino's. That's what's in my belly. So I got a New Yorker thin and crispy, and changed the mushrooms for chicken. So that comes with like ham, bacon, pepperoni, and chicken on it.
That sounds quite good.
We've had a lot of pizza talk on this podcast.
Thin and crispy, that's just...
No, because I got pure sick of the Domino's dough, like the thick stuff. And we've spoken about pizzas on here hundreds of times and had arguments and debates and all that about pizzas, and Asda pizza being the best. Then ZZ's coming next. And Domino's thin and crispy or Italian style. It might be Italian style. I bet they sent me the wrong kind. They sent me thin and crispy, but I asked for Italian style. Italian style is like poppadoms. It's brilliant. It's so thin. It's like paper, but it's brilliant. So, aye, that's what's in my belly this week. So,
did you get a side?
Aye, we got what's the wee chicken? No, the chicken strip, chicken kickers, is it?
Oh, aye, the wee kicker bits.
Aye, chicken bites or chicken kickers or something. Aye, they're good. You're right. It's deer butt, innit?
It's expensive, innit?
Aye.
Like, I'll never get a Domino's if I've like got a voucher for the door.
Aye, no, I'm the same. Or if they send,
or like you get a wee code or something.
Aye, that's the best way to do it if you get a code or something like that. But because we were quite expensive at the weekend there, but we can be bored cooking.
The last time I had a Domino's, I was used to be maybe the £1 pizzas you get lunchtime.
Yeah, aye.
Then they just disappeared.
I know. Why did they do that?
You're like, what? I don't know.
That's so good.
Those are good days. Really good.
That's a good wee lunchtime deal, definitely. So that's what's on our tellies and what's on our bellies. If you want to check them out on Netflix or on YouTube, because Dean's is a podcast on YouTube called Open Goal. And if you've got any recommendations, what's on your telly or what's in your belly, let us know in the comments down below or on our social medias. I'll read them out again at the end of the podcast. So now we're going to move on to kind of like a wee interview with Deano. Like I said at the start, he's on to kind of talk about his pathway into college and uni and how he's represented our country in sport and all his great achievements, basically, is what we're going to talk about. So he's a positive role model for everybody. We all know that. Everybody in the community, even youth workers, like Kirsty says, even staff and his colleagues that he works with every day. He works tirelessly, so he does, Deano. And he's got so many achievements throughout his life. But tell us how your love of sport started, Dean. Like, how did you first get into that?
I would say my mum took me to football when I was younger, maybe 5 or 6. So that's how I got into going to the games. But when I was in primary school, the teachers basically said to me, "Don't be playing football, it's the school team." So I got bullied for that. And every year I would try and go to the trials and get into the team. And it just always be no.
And do you think you didn't get in because of your cerebral palsy?
Because of cerebral palsy and disability, and they just didn't know how to do it. Basically, I think I got injured or something like that, I think they'd probably panic.
So they weren't like educated or coached right to coach someone with a disability, basically?
Aye. Basically, so then as I moved to, that's kind of, so I would say playing sport came late on with maybe teenagers, my teens, but then I went to secondary school and it was kind of the same pattern at secondary school. With the football, Mr. Wood, he would let me into the team with the first and second years, but then as like up into fifth and sixth year, it becomes a fella on the side, so it's a bigger game. But then that's when when they get to now you're not playing again. So I play at the sevens, but then I went to play at 11s. I just didn't understand that whole concept of that. But
did they think that you couldn't handle it, do you think? Or do you think they were doing it as a precaution, or do you think they were doing it because they were trying to like support you, but they were actually hindering you?
I think it's probably a mixture of both. I think they were doing it to support me, make sure I don't get hurt, but at the same time they're also taking away me to play football when I'm when especially when I played at first and second year.
Yeah.
So hasn't it 8 extra players in the park, then makes it me not be able to play. I just don't know. See why. But then they tell me to stay and watch a game. Why would I want to stay and watch a game when my pals are playing?
I know, that's rubbish.
So I was like, what's the point? Maybe I'll just go home. Then you get the next day and your pals are talking about the match and you're just sitting there, you're like, alright then, cool.
Yeah, that's rubbish. What about like general PE in school? How was that?
That was alright in PE. I've had a couple of funny stories in PE you have to tell one. Doing a high jump and athletics. So see that way you do that with curl one to jump out the bar. So I done a curl one, but I kicked the pole.
Oh.
Right, and it's all not done. When I jumped out of the class, mat, my pal actually recorded me doing it. And I genuinely think it's still on YouTube. See, you type into YouTube, cast monk high, and take a space and put jump. I'm sure that's me kicking the stuff out in.
Right, well, that is 100% what we are going to look up.
Try to look it up, get it linked or something.
Next week, what's in your telly? Oh, cast monk high jump.
I checked the whole lot of doing. I'm like, oh my god, what's I done here? But no, then the time I broke my toe in school.
Yes, I remember that. I remember you telling us about that. You couldn't come in and do your shift that night.
Right, so I done a sports leader award as a subject in 6th year, or no, 6th year. And we were learning first aid, so sports coaching. And so I was like, yeah, so guy said, can you move that table? So I just picked up the table. And as I done it, it stuck in my hand and it hurt my big toe. And as I hurt my big toe, it snapped it in two. That would be it if it was for 6 weeks. I was raging.
You were doing first aid and needed first aid.
And the first aider didn't give me first aid. That makes it worse. He says to me, take your shoe off. And I looked at him and I was like, but as I take it off, it's going to swell, which means then I can't get my shoe back on, it means I can't go home.
Aye.
So I walked about to school the whole day, limping. Everybody's got a "you alright?" I'm like, I'm fine. Got home, just have a giant. Oh, you don't know what I see it, man. So black, man. That was me.
Oh no.
But that's the funny and part of the bullying. That's the funny side of it.
Aye. Well, speaking of the positive times, I suppose, but and then there was more positive times to come in the future, wasn't there, after PE? So.
Aye. So you went from school and then you went to college and then you went to uni. So can you tell us a wee bit about your pathway from school to college to now going to uni?
So school, I didn't have I got National High English, but it took me 3 years to get it. So I'd done it 4th, 5th and I finally got it in 6th year. And I left and I applied for NQ sports coaching at Glasgow College. That's what I done, and I got into sports coaching, and that was quite good. But then lecturer said to me that I wasn't good enough for HNC or HND. He said, so why don't you apply to Lang College? So I said I applied to City of Glasgow and Glasgow Kelvin, and I got into City of Glasgow College, and I went and done the HNC. Done my HNC and applied to my HND. But all my pals decided to apply and go to second year at uni. But I thought to myself, as I go into second year basically in college, you get more support.
Yes.
Rather than end up in the just going to it yourself. So that's what I done. I went to my HND in college and I passed it. Me and all my pals were in uni and they were texting going, I'm stuck, I miss college, I miss like support because now I understand it now I'm at uni. So like when I was at college you get a lot of support to the lectures, like they basically not hold your hand but subordinate until like they kinda give you the answer.
It's less support than school. And then it's kind of as you get higher up in education. So in school, they're right on you. And they're there all the time. Then when you go into college, they're there if you ask. Then when you go to uni, you just need it yourself.
I was still like getting help and like all my pals are gonna get I don't know how to write an essay. And I'm like that to them, but they don't know how to write an essay. Like they don't get taught that at uni. Well, with me staying on to my HND, I kind of got taught how to properly research, and then I found that easier route to get into uni. Now I'm in third year in my uni, and it's third year's nearly done, and fourth year's coming up in September.
I honestly can't believe how fast it's been, because like I remember when we were going through the processes for you, like what's the next bit, like where are we going now, and getting excited every time you got like more feedback, like all right, I've got an interview, Kirsty, right, well, right, I'll let you know how it goes, and then get to the next bit, and I felt as if I was going uni with you, I was pure buzzing for you. It was so good. And then when you're there and now you're like getting into fourth year, like it's just remarkable, like for anybody, but you to kind of like two massive fingers up to that teacher, and at college it says that you weren't good enough to go and do the next level. Well,
no, it's more awkward, but it's more awkward for him because see while I was doing my HNC, I was refereeing. I do some refereeing for the ASL secondary schools. So when we play football at Tory Down, I refereed their games. And my lecturer, who used to husband, I done mine too, he was in watching somebody or their course or something, and he was in doing it. And he came out to me, he said, "Oh, what are you doing with your life now?" I said to him, "Oh, by the way, I'm doing my HNC."
Yes!
So I don't know if he believes me or not. So I was in college one day, and I was coming out it, and there was him. He was going in to meet my lecturer. He walked right by me. He's like, "All right, me man." I was like, "All right." It's awkward, but no, I enjoyed it.
That's good. That's good. Proving people wrong that think that you're maybe not going to get to where you are. I think that's a good kind of bit of motivation behind you, isn't it? Like to kind of get to places and get higher, just to be like, haha, I did it. Watch me now.
I was good. Also, during my time at college, we all got an email and it was something to do with the FFA volunteering, and I sent it to everybody, and the guy came into the FFA to meet who wanted to go and volunteer. So I went to the room door to go and volunteer, and it was only me that turned up out of 104 students. So see that you're sitting quite awkward, like, just me interested in this programme, right? So my lecturer's like that to me, do you know anybody else that's coming? I'm like, I generally don't think, and probably it's been one of the best volunteering projects I've joined.
Aye.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that is so good. And try these things, because
just see somebody gives you that opportunity, just go and take it.
Aye.
Because
even if your pals not doing it, definitely.
Because what I got out of it so far, like before COVID and all that, I was volunteering at the Scotland Games. So I was kind of talking to like the hospitality people coming into hospitality. So I was giving them like match day programs and just talking to them what they think protection will be the day and so on. Then I would be maybe doing a mascot around the side of the pitch. I think it's Rory, the mascots of Scotland. So I would be inside that talking. Then I would maybe...
You'd be dressed up as him?
Aye. That's what they got me to do. Then they would put me in the streets and I would just give away like merchandise. Like kids and that. It's like they blow up pans and the Scotland flags and that. So then I'd do that. And then the good thing about it was you got your tickets and that into the game.
Very true, very true.
And it was sitting right next to the dugout. It wasn't a wee one of these seats behind the goals at the game. It was right next to the Scotland dugout. So that was quite good. But now now in COVID and there's lots of restrictions and you can't go to football. And I was saying like ball boys that's kids, so that's 12s and that. Because I stayed in with that programme, they said to me, well, we can't have the kids in, so why don't you be a ball boy? So I'm actually getting into the games at the National Stadium.
Aye.
When no one else is allowed in.
So far I've been into Scottish Cup, the League Cups and all the Scotland games so far. And I'm waiting on the approval for the European Championships.
Amazing.
Southampton still get to keep hosting it.
Aye.
That's probably the best volunteering thing I've took.
Aye, so definitely seize the opportunities, take the chances when you get them. So you've like been involved, like you've says there, in that programme. So you've been a ball boy, you've been helping out with merchandise, but you've also been refereeing, like you says, and you've been coaching and doing youth work. But one of your main ones is coaching with the frame football in it. So how did you get into these type of things, like your coaching with the frame football and youth work as well? How did you get into that stuff?
I started off with frame football. The how I got into that was through Twitter. They contacted me. On my Twitter account is me when I play for Scotland. I think we'll go into that. But I'm standing with a kid who's in a walking frame, and they just contacted me saying, "Hi, I see you got cerebral palsy. Would you be willing to come and maybe just come into one of our sessions and just see the kids?" And that's what I've done. And ever since then, I've been stuck with them. I've been 5 years. I've been there.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've just been in there and it's quite good. They've given me a lot of opportunities also. Just for volunteering, so I was volunteered for 2 years with them with swim football. So I took them to Newcastle to play against Newcastle swim footballers. And we took to a Newcastle game after it. Then I took them to St George's Park down in near Stoke. And it was like a night stay with England chain.
Aye.
Then we got to take them to the UK tournament after that.
Amazing.
So that was good. But then by doing that, then I got the opportunity to go and coach over in Italy. So I had that twice. Just coached in Rome and Bologna.
These are just outstanding like opportunities that like it's just amazing. Like I love hearing for you, Deano, when you're telling us all these brilliant opportunities. And I remember in the Youthy one, you were like, I've got this opportunity and this one. What one's the best idea? And what's going to help me with uni? And I'm like, what? Like, these are remarkable. Like it was just brilliant. It's so good. See, for people that maybe don't understand how frame football works, can you tell us maybe a wee bit about it?
So it's a four-side game for kids who use a walking frame. They can't. So it's quite hard to explain. Actually, it's quite hard. So like, see the way you'd think a walking frame would be, like the ball would be in front of you.
Yes.
So think about it being reversed the wrong way around. So the ball's behind you. So you can move your legs. So the ball, it's used by like a futsal ball, so like a weighted ball. So obviously you kind of come up high, and a fire goes. It's played indoors rather than outdoors, so you can get a hub floor. So the wheels also can go because you put them in natural stuff. The wheels just get stuck quite a lot. So then that means you need to go down and they click. So you need to unclick it indoors. It's a lot easier for them to turn.
Yes.
We usually do maybe like some 5 to 8-year-olds would play together, and then the 9 to 12-year-olds would play together. So it's just so there's nobody got a 6 and a 12-year-old up against each other. Sometimes when you're watching it, it's like you dodge them, they just smash into each other. You're like, wow, they're not scared.
And that's good. And they're not scared because they've been given that opportunity. And maybe if you had, and I know you didn't use a frame when you were younger, but maybe if you had opportunities like that to see that when you were younger, and if maybe the adults that you were working with had seen that as well, maybe they would have been less scared to let you get involved. So the fact that you get involved in it, inspire these young people to be as brilliant as you are, but also raising awareness about how accessible football is to people with cerebral palsy. It's no, like, it doesn't mean that a disability can hold you back. So you're doing a brilliant job, Deano.
Definitely.
Cheers.
So you mentioned your playing career as well, Deano. It's not just about your coaching, because we know you're a fabulous coach, but you're also a good player when you get on the park. So, and that's taking you to a level that you've represented the national team, haven't you? So can you just tell our viewers and that about that?
Aye, so I joined the Scotland Cerebral Palsy national team in 2015. So the PE department in the school. So fair play to them, that was being supported. They did try and look for ways to make them play football. So fair play there. So I went down to the Logs a trial. So it was like an overnight stay at Logs. So I walked in to change them, and it's just all these grown up men who's played at Paralympic levels. I'm just a wee 16-year-old guy, so the scheme walking in. I'm like, oh my god. So I walked in, the captain, I'd never met him, he just went to get the new boys go and sit in that corner with your breakfast. So I went into the corner, I'm sitting with my breakfast, it's like cornflakes and a bit of toast. I'm sitting in the corner going, what the bought myself down to? I'm here until tomorrow, like afternoon, and the next Friday night with these guys. But I think that was just a protester, just to see how what last it was. That was it. They just didn't care. You were one of them since you walked in that door. It was just a tester. But so we done that in the February. Then in the July, I got picked to go to the under-19s World Championship down in Nottingham. And that's when I made my debut for the under-19s. It was against Australia. We won 8-0 that game. And we finished fourth. We go back in the bronze medal match after England. Last minute goal. Then my team we lost funding through the FFA. Just funding, so then we needed to start again. So Scottish Disability Sport then helped us. So by that time, the under-19 team got scrapped and quite a lot of players left and etc. And then a rule came in, and it was quite complicated. But then I became a senior player because I was there for like kind of long time. Then in 2018, I got selected to an international tournament over in Barcelona. So that was when I was kind of into that A squad, the senior squad. So that's when I went over there, and I made a game I went on for a couple of minutes against two teams, but then I made my proper debut against Denmark, and I scored my debut against Denmark, and became third in the tournament. So it was no bad. We probably should have won the tournament, to be fair, but it was a learning curve for us all. So learning curve.
You can move forward for that. Is the funding still scrapped for the younger teams, for the SFA?
So the SFA scrapped it, but we're kind of now got on funding, so Scottish Disability Sport and Animal Clark and people like local companies and Stenhouse Moorley lately, they help us a lot. So what they've done, they let us play in the Disability League, but we can't play Scotland because of political terms. So we play Stenhouse Moor, and that just helps us just to preparation for tournaments. Means we bond together as a team because it's hard to get games when you're making up once a month, and it's just too hard.
What's it like in other countries where the FAs, are they like funding it, or are they having to go to their disability charities and stuff?
So down in England, it's big funded with the FA. Down in England, they get to train at St George's Park twice. They can get training whenever. Argentina, Russia, they used to pay their players. Russia pay their players like something like £250,000 a year, and they get a car. But any car you'd like, just pick it, and the president will pay for it.
Wow.
But then you guys don't get that funding for your national governing body, but you still turn up to tournaments and get third in them. So
it's just wild. So my uncle's getting a motor. I need get a change for the log, and tomorrow get a lift tomorrow out instead as well. Honestly. Levels. I'll pay the AstroTurf pitch, and they're probably paying a big giant glass pitch, national stadiums and all that, and I'll be second division teams training, but still get your
Right, and you've do you know what, you've not let that hold you back either.
No.
Yeah, again, like a massive well done to you, and I just love hearing everything that you get up to. Right. You might have seen on our social media, we've been sharing like a wee questionnaire about Belair, the football stadium, and stadium like pitches. Scott, she said stadium earlier. Belair Stadium. So there is a questionnaire. So if you're watching, can you please give that a wee fill out? Deano, you work in the clubhouse there. It's part of the youth complex. Can you tell us a wee bit about how important that resource is to the community?
It's important. Like horses, the Friday night football, it used to be popular. Every night you'd get 100 kids turn up to play football side by side. I just think it's important that we keep it there because it reduces the amount of crime happening in the community. Like it's reduced it. Play football might be 2 hours a week, but it's 2 hours better than sitting in McDonald's and annoying the workers. I mean, you can be getting fit, just play football, get to know people you don't know. So I didn't know. I went to Castle High, as I said, and I probably didn't know quite a lot of St Margaret Mary's people went there. But just by going to football, going to Belair and getting to know them, that's how I got to know them. Then you just build relationships with them. And then they're just pals that you know, they walk down the street and you say hi after them. Then I'll say, we attended that since I've been so young. Then I was into the complex, volunteering at the complex, building my way up, and I was in the clubhouse now. And you get relationships. And I say John Harkins, who runs it. I've known him quite a lot in my life now, so just big impact.
Aye. And then there's obviously the Friday football does the holiday programmes as well, so that's been feeding lots of young people and running fun activities, and we even had the local building site. We had a team, the guys for Cruden, come and have a wee game against some of the young people. Fair to say that the young people skinned them, and it was good to build that relationship up with them, especially when they're building the houses in the community, and some of the workers were actually from the community, and I think that was the first time putting on a pair of boots for a while, so that was good, and it was good to kind of show them how it's done, really, isn't it?
Sorry,
no, you go.
I was just going to say, definitely check out that questionnaire because it's going to help out the community a lot, and we know a lot of you use that facility. I used it when I was younger, I grew up using it, and it's just a brilliant place for Castlemilk to have, and we need it. We really need it. So, also, if there's some funders out there watching this podcast, help us out with getting control.
No, definitely. I don't think it, like, everybody just thinks it's just football. It definitely can get changed to tennis, because like years ago it used to be tennis courts down there also, so it definitely could be all different sports. And I know Peters Hill, like their two courts are there, Glasgow Lights, and there's also got a junior team up there, and there's got a wee stand up there. So I don't know how Castle County has a junior team in a stand there.
I know.
It's just about having the time and patience and put it together.
It's a resource that everybody in the community, like the greater community, can use as well. So local football teams like Dynamos and stuff like that as well, they can get involved. Young, old, schools, youth clubs. There's lots of opportunities there. So please fill out the questionnaire, and we'll try and save that brilliant resource that's in our community.
Aye. Yep. And then you might even be able to meet a Scotland hero in Deano Thornton down there at the clubhouse.
Aye.
I think I might need to get added onto that list that's in the clubhouse wall then.
Yes.
Definitely. Agreed, big time, mate. So that is our wee kind of interview / chat with Deano finished, but we'll not finish the podcast yet, Deano. We've got the dreaded quiz. Now all the guests come on and go up against Kirsty in this quiz. Or Chris if he's on. Now Kirsty's not got a great record in season 3, have you?
Excuse me, I won last week. Come on.
I know, but that doesn't make it a good record.
Here, I'm starting off my high. I did well last week. Just got to skin you, Dean, this week. Just face it. Just face it. It's happening.
Jenk when Celtic won in Europe this year, they went, "Oh, we've got a great record in
Shut up.
Right, okay, so this week I've asked you to bring paper and pen as well. He's off prepared.
Yep.
Because we've got a Scottish national team quiz on numbers.
Oh, I cannot.
No, I'm not kidding you, Dino. Now, we've got a Scotland player here, so we've got to go to the Scottish national A team, right? We've got to go to that, and now all answers are from Wikipedia, so they could be wrong, so don't slate me. But the first question is, so it's got to be closest to gets the point, right?
Right.
First question is, what is the capacity of Hampden Stadium for a football match? So it's different for athletics. You have to change the capacity for athletics, but for a football match.
Is it the same for a concert?
No. It'll be different for a concert, I guess, because there'll be people on the turf and that. And then, like, one of the stands wouldn't be taken for a concert.
Oh, aye, true. I
think Dino's locked in with an answer. He went to his pen right away.
Right, okay.
Right, we're going to hold up our answers.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I told
I
you.
should have wrote it bigger.
I know.
15,000. Oh, Dino's gone.
Oh, what's I done?
He's left.
Oh, well done. Back.
He was looking up the answer, so he was. Right. So we've got 15,000 for Kirsty and 52,100 for Dino. Dino, you are 234 people away for getting that bang on. Well done. It's 51,866.
What's that?
Kirsty, have you ever been to Hampden? It's no Pittodrie.
Right, okay.
Oh, is it bad experience? Oh.
It's no Rugby Park. Right, so that is 1-0 to Dino, right?
Right.
Next question is, Kenny Dalglish holds the record for number of caps for Scotland national team. How many appearances did he make for the country?
How many appearances did he make?
Well, me anyway.
You're the next King, Kenny.
That'll be a bit bigger this time.
I think Dino turned his camera off so he could just cheat on his phone last time. He got so close.
Right.
Right, we heard them up. Ready? Locked in? Go for it. 93, 79. Pretty close to each other. But Dino gets the win. It's 102 appearances Kenny Dalglish made. I think he's the only one to make over 100 for the country.
Wow. Aye. That is amazing, isn't it?
Aye. Aye. But you've got to remember that we were reaching more tournaments and that back again as well.
True.
We were a good team.
Aye.
Right, okay, so it's 2-0 to Dino. The next question is, Kenny Dalglish again and Dennis Law hold the record for most goals scored for Scotland. How many goals have they scored for the national team? So they're both on the same number. So he made put it in context, Kenny Dalglish made 102 appearances and he played in midfield. Attacking midfield. I think. Is that right, Dean?
I'm not too sure.
Are you Googling, Dean?
No, I'm not writing down this.
It's alright.
Imagine Kirsty Chapman trying to call somebody out for cheating. That's like Piers Morgan calling somebody out for racism.
I'm away. I'm claustrophobic, Darren. You see that meme? It was so good. So good.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, we locked in for that one, for goals scored for the national team.
What was that, sorry?
We locked in? Have we got an answer locked in for that?
No, sorry, I was too busy being Gemma Collins.
I'm going to see if this will light up. Oh, look at it, gone. The new.
What?
Why is it so bright, the new?
What a beautiful schmetterling. Right, okay, I'm just going to go for that. Right. Ready?
Yep, ready. So Kirsty thinks he scored 100 goals in 102 games.
Aye.
And she thinks Dennis Law also scored that, even though I don't think he reached 100 caps. And you went for 62, you've won this point again. They both scored 30 goals for Scotland.
Oh.
30, aye.
I feel as if I was pure underestimating before, so I overestimated now.
That would be some record, 100 goals in 102 games.
That would have been good. I thought that was the whole point.
I don't even think your man behind Dean would get to that.
No.
You know?
I know, I don't think so,
that's
man.
better than him next to him, Gascoigne.
Aye.
Right, so Scotland achieved their biggest win in 1901 against Ireland. Ireland didn't score any that day, but how many did Scotland score? Kirsty, you need this one.
You're telling me. Right, we ready?
Yep. Kirsty thinks it was 4-0. Dean thinks it was 11-0. Dean, you're bang on. It was 11-0 against Ireland that day.
11-0?
Aye. You must think we're really bad, but if 4-0 is our biggest win.
Well, I thought that.
We've just beat like San Marino. More.
All right, okay.
Aye, well, Dean, you've won 4-0. Whitewash. We can do these last two questions, but just so that
let's do it.
Can join in.
I might just miraculously get them right.
Aye, see if you can save some grace here. Make
it double pointer.
Aye. Right, this one's double points, right?
Right, okay.
So, how many World Cups have we been to?
Oh, for frying fish.
Like, that's died again. It was doing so well. Kirsty, have you got an answer?
No.
No, because you were sitting Googling it on your laptop.
No, isn't
it? You're just sitting like this.
I thought I was trying to tune in and read Dino's mind. I thought I was going to see the movement of his pen.
Right, I'll give you this. The last World Cup was 1998, Kirsty. And the World Cup started in 1930.
Not every 4 years.
Every 4 years, aye.
Aye, but it doesn't mean that we get to play in them.
Exactly.
Right.
Right, we've got an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Right, show your answers. Dean's went for 5. Kirsty's went for 6. Kirsty, you've got the 2 points for this. It's 8.
Shut up!
We've been to 8 World Cups, so we have. So it's 4-2. And this last one, you called the double points as well, Dean. You've put yourself under pressure here.
Sorry, I can handle pressure.
You can handle it. So if she gets these 2 points, I need to go to a tiebreaker, and I don't even know what I'm going to do for the tiebreaker. Right, okay, so over the 10 games Scotland have played in the Nations League, so we've played over 2 seasons in the Nations League now. How many goals have we scored? 10 games, how many goals? So it's no qualifiers, it's Nations League.
See that game against Ireland? Was that in it?
No. It was like only this Nations League.
Right, okay.
And we play against teams who are kind of our standard.
So rubbish.
So San Marino weren't in it, is what I'm trying.
Right, okay. Right.
Yeah, I've not got
over 10 games, how many goals?
Oh no, wait. It was 10 games.
I think Dean's feeling the pressure now, even though he says he's no. Have we got an answer?
I've got an answer, but I don't think it's anywhere right. But
I've just put a line through mine.
Let's go for it, guys. How many goals did Scotland score in their 2 sessions at the Nations League? Got 14 there. And Dean, we can't see yours, sorry.
Put it down.
Well, that's it.
22 goals over the 10 games, an average of 2.2 goals a game, would that mean? Kirsty's went for 14. We scored 15 goals.
Shut up.
Aye, we've scored 15 goals in the games. There was some games we didn't score at all. I think Kazakhstan, Israel, was games like that. I think we didn't score at all, but then there was other games where we scored a few. So aye, 15. So Kirsty's brought it back to 4 each. So I've got to have a decider. No,
Yeah!
I need to research a decider. What will I go for? Let's see. Oh, I'll have a score.
Footballers' wives. No,
What?
very good.
What'd you say?
Footballers' wives.
So let's see.
I just slabbered on myself.
So we're getting some of the European Championships games, like Dean was speaking about. It might be a ball boy at them. He's just waiting to hear confirmation of that. So the last ones were in 2016, and they were held in France. Now the final was held at, would it have been the Stade de France? Let me just check that. It was. Final was held at Stade de France. What is the capacity of the Stade de France for a football game? That is your question.
Melon Hamden in it.
Definitely Melon Rugby Park.
You get 15,000 at Balea, man. Balea Stadium. Have you locked in, Dean?
Aye, but I
Are
don't
you
think it's
confident?
right.
No.
I don't know. I
think it
forget.
might be a wee bit higher.
Right, what are we going for, guys?
Wait, can you see it?
125,000, 55,000. Who's closest? It's Dean. Dean's closest. The answer is 81,338.
Oh, man.
Aye. So you were both way out, but Dean was closer.
Uh-huh.
I did write 100 to start with, and then I was like, nah, man, I need up this.
I generally thought PSG had a small stadium in 81,000.
Oh, aye, it's a big one. Did PSG play it? I thought they played at Parc des Princes.
I thought it is.
Aye.
Oh, that's maybe why I'm thinking it was like.
Aye. I'll check that for you and see if that's.
Who's Ryan? Can I get his point?
No, he's not Ryan. Aye, so that's about that. That's 47,929. Parc des Princes. Aye, so well done, Dean. You've won the quiz.
Well done.
Good battle, Kirsty. Very good battle this week.
That was
Done well.
pure luck.
The 14 goal answer was great. It was. Right, so that is our podcast for this week. That is episode 36 finished. Thank you very much, Dean, for coming on. Really appreciate it. It's been great to hear from you again and hear about all the amazing stuff that you do for your community, and for other young people who are aspiring to get to the level of achievements that you've got to. It's brilliant. So thank you, Dean. Appreciate
and thanks for being a great boss.
Aye.
Yeah, a brown nose in there for you, Dino.
Cheers, no, thanks for having me on. Good.
Get the rest of the board on now.
Did you say to the board about that pay rise for the milk round?
Aye, that's exactly what I said. I'm also going to say Nicole signed it Wednesday. Or Thursday, should I say, sorry. Nicole signed it Thursday.
Yes!
Oh, hold it again. How many shout-outs is she getting?
I know.
No, thanks very much. Really appreciate it, mate. It's been brilliant having you on. Good to chat to you again. Check us out next week as well. We'll be on our YouTube on Thursday night again. And if you want to give us any suggestions for our podcast, any guests we should get on, anything that we should put in our nice news or What's My Telly, What's My Belly, you can get us on Facebook at Kelly Youth Complex Staff. Our Twitter is Youth Complex CYC. Our Instagram and TikTok are both youth_complex, or you can email us at cycyouthteam@gmail.com. You're on our YouTube just now as well, so if you can like this video, like our other videos, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and share these videos far and wide on your social medias as well. That would help us a lot. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming on, Dean, and we'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye-bye.